And another one bites the dust. So it seems, guys, that CW's purge continues with the cancellation of Stargirl. So, regardless the fact that the show is delivering some fantastic mysteries, the mystery of whether the show will continue or not has now been solved. And it will end its current third season, which is scheduled to have its finale on the 7th of December. So the team behind Stargirl, they did have an early heads up that the series would not continue beyond its first season, so they could wrap up the story in the script room. So that's what they've done. So we will, guys, get a definitive ending to the series. They're not going to leave it on a cliffhanger or anything like that. They will finish it in a way that will serve the fans. The decision to cancel the superhero series reportedly came from the executives of Nexstar, the company that recently acquired the network. So, look, guys, anytime that companies do this, they're trying to trim the fat. Because, let's face it, the CW was hemorrhaging money. And they had a lot of shows, some of them were visual effects heavy, and those cost a lot of money. So, when you're coming in and you're taking over a new business or empire, what's the first thing you're going to do? As a company, you're trying to make that profitable. So, the only way to make it profitable is to trim the fat. And if you actually look at the ratings now, this tells us quite a lot of things. First of all, it tells us that Stargirl was the fourth highest rated show, so the show was essentially doing well. If you take a show like Supernatural, Supernatural ran for 15 years. A lot of people who started watching Supernatural may be between the age of 20 and 25, and now 35, 40 years old. So those type of demographics are what's really winning it. Now, if you look at Texas Walker, something that used to have Chuck Norris, and a lot of older people watch that series, that is the number one rated show now from a character who served on Supernatural for 15 years. So it seems like they've moved from the 18-year-olds to 25-year-olds demographic to the 30-year-old plus demographic. And the Winchesters, which was also revived from that series as a spin-off, that has gone straight into number two. So I think the writing is clear now that they are moving to much more of an older type of programming for the network, which are not special effects heavy in order for them to see a profit. This way, the views will be high and the cost of the shows will be low. Now, for us guys, we know they're still trying to keep the multiverse crossovers going, so there will be a chance that we will see Courtney again on Superman and Lois. But I'm not sure how that will work out because, in my opinion, once the next season of Superman and Lois is over, that will probably be their last two. Now, the movies, as of now, bring no connection to the DC TV shows. But HBO Max will likely be the DC's attempt to bring the cohesion between the two mediums. With spin-offs like Suicide Squad's Peacemaker, HBO Max now distribute all of the non-Arrowverse television shows and movies. Now, Superman and Lois is the last of the Arrowverse, and it wasn't even in Arrowverse because they told us it was set on a different Earth. So the Arrowverse now with Stargirl is essentially over, as we see it now. Now, the platform in HBO Max hosts DCEU adjacent programming like Titans, Doom Patrol, and there's a plan to have 2 television spin-offs of the Batman as well. There's also Netflix, guys, who host some DC shows too. And after picking up Lucifer and Sandman and Sweet Tooth, the streaming giant now has become yet another home to DC content. So look forward to that being extended also. Now, Jeff Johns has said that Stargirl has always held a special place in his heart for many reasons. With all the brewing changes at the network, we were aware of this possibility last season. So we wrote that in mind and have delivered what he believes to be the best season of Stargirl yet, with a completed creative closure. So he's basically saying nothing to worry about, you will enjoy the last 5 episodes that we have this season. So I'm glad he came out and said that. But I know DC moving forward, they're playing with the idea of moving some of their films over to TV shows. So like Zatanna was going to be a movie, right? And now they're moving that to a TV show. Supergirl, who's from the Flash movie, that's another one. Static Shock, and of course the Green Lantern Corps. And there's also the Justice League Dark characters that's moving to HBO Max with J.J. Abrams and Ben Stevenson as well, serving as executive producers. So overall, guys, Look, we knew it was a possibility. There is light at the end of the tunnel because we don't know what their plan is. I mean, CW now, just leave it alone as far as comic book goes. The same thing kind of happened with other platforms with Netflix that Marvel was doing, right? And as soon as Marvel invested in Disney Plus, they took everything off and now everything is back on Disney Plus, but that took 2 years to do. So with HBO Max and Warner Media, so you're looking for something like that to be happening over the next year or so, that we're going to start to see a wealth of DC TV shows come and appear upon the network. So look, man, all I can say is just watch this space because a lot of those Netflix Marvel characters are reprising their roles. So we just have to hope that Brett Bessinger continues her journey as Courtney Whitmore. Don't give up hope yet, guys, and I'll speak to you in the next one.